MaJaMa Jams is brought to you by this thing.
Imagine a story with a character who exudes charm, savoir-faire, suavity, sophistication, magnetism, and charisma. Now keep imagining it, because the protagonist of today's movie lacks every single one of those qualities.
MaJaMa. MaJaMa. MaJaMa.
My name is Brian Fernandez, and the show you're about to see is a true story. How do I know it? Because it happened to me. Brian Fernandez.
In a second, do your thing, or you introduce the show.
Welcome back, everyone, to MaJaMa Jams, a show where we discuss other people's work to avoid doing our own. And today, I might as well be playing my favorite Britney Spears song on repeat because we've got a toxic obsession. Guys, man, oh man, let me tell you something. We almost started today with Michael, Lord of the Dance Flatley's Vanity project, Blackbird.
Victor. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned, and I'm about to sin again.
But I quickly saw that that was going to have far too much money in it to be cackling at its incompetence. We gave that about 10 minutes and we did what was the best move collectively of our life as MaJaMa and switched to Toxic Obsession, starring Prue Janukadu.
John Pernu. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name.
Now, Mateo, we are in the
June. J-U-N.
Jug. Bloop.
Jugs McGee.
We should probably cut all this out.
Yes.
It's gonna come off as very racist.
Yeah.
Or just
No, we're flipping back now. You don't have to worry.
I'm prepared of the thing, but whatever.
Which is worse?
Both.
Oh.
My name is Brian Fernandez.
I had the flow going. You know. So
The flu?
we are in episode 100 something now. We've done a lot of things on this show, and you know, previously I might have given the throne to, it's still a contender, but previously I gave the throne to Battlefield Earth.
Crap, lousy ceiling!
Because if you guys want to look up our Battlefield Earth episode, there's a 20-minute track of time there where I just cannot stop laughing. Granted, now this fell off a little at the end as far as the hysterics. It almost became like an actual movie, and there is some competency to the directing. You're right, but the first half hour of this, my stomach was in pain. Everything was funny. I was dying at every shot, every line, everything in the background.
I came because I needed to make things honest and clear to you. There's nothing else for me to say other than I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything.
So, Mateo, if I'm correct, you even more hilariously got this from a targeted ad because Facebook now knows that you live this type of life and would want to watch something like this.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should thank those targeted ads because this was absolutely phenomenal.
It happens.
If you followed us on the show or if you're into the movie culture, you know that a bad movie is very difficult to do. So bad it's good often only happens through honesty. You can't try to will it as such. We've seen a lot of crap from people who do a winking eye and ironic with it.
I think this may have flipped that.
How so?
My theory is whoever made this, wrote it, directed it, compiled it, edited it.
The return of him struggling to say it.
Edited it. Edited it. God.
Get out of our movie!
My theory is whoever made this knew what they were doing, found a Tommy Wiseau type character and put him in the lead. Because the movie is very earnest in the sense where there's a story.
It's hilarious.
To it.
There's no way around this.
not a good one, not an original one, but there's a competent story through it.
I was going to say, towards the end, it felt a little bit like a competent story wrapping up.
But there are shots where, like, the clapperboard
is
in the frame.
Mysterious.
And I know half of them, well, where are we in the... Should we have some structure?
Well, as a little quick thing, since you brought that up, Mateo has cut to a clip of Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, the hospital drama.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Garth Marenghi's.
Yes, I intentionally butchered the name, but I also didn't remember it. As an example of when I say, hey, something like an Enzo Sorrentino is intentionally putting out this effect, he cut to that clip expertly because that shows like someone in control being like, let's replicate that effect and let's also be funny with it.
Yes.
We're gonna try to do so bad it's good
at the audience,
but it's going to be very funny, even just from that clip. It's hilarious.
So why don't you and your new boyfriend carry some chicken out to my office when it comes, if it ever comes?
Hey, are you alright?
No, I mean, yes, I deserve that. Where's this flipping chicken?
Who said that? Was it you, Missy? Get this into your pretty little face. I said 5 minutes. But nothing. Women like you are the reason this chicken's late in the first place. You'll be lucky if you get any of my lovely chicken if you keep up this kind of behaviour. Goddamn son of a bitch.
So, once again, it's interesting that if Matthew's correct, similar to the Garth thing, the guy did it in spades. He actually pulled it off. If this was actually, I'm going to try to do that, I was dying throughout this.
What can I say? I have too much love to give.
So, we don't need to open that. That's always the thing that hangs above these discussions, which is fascinating. But
I don't think it's the case. I think that it's just like a vanity project of this guy because
there is some Zucker stuff, though.
Yeah, but
undeniably.
Yes.
The dude next to the bed with the recording equipment?
Yes.
While you were snoring, she gave me your phone to hack. And once I hacked it, I was able to read, listen, or block any incoming call or text message.
Have you ever been in a martial arts army like this?
Not for quite some time.
I'm sure you'll find the caliber of men here among the finest in the world.
Or the melon.
Yes, that's...
I mean, what did you expect was going to happen when you had both hands full?
Hey, what's life without some adventure?
You always were the lucky one.
But they're too sparse and not,
that's the thing. They're very
not winking enough to the audience.
Perhaps I should say it a different way.
But
if there was such a thing as intentionally making the bad movie effect, this did it in spades because I think both of you would have a decent argument for why it was or wasn't. It's a very great tone going on here.
The main character, Brian Fernandez,
clearly a Spaniard.
McLean, you know I've done a real good job here. You know me well. Didn't this mean anything to you?
Has to be genuine. He doesn't seem like he would be in on the joke. Then again, maybe like we always question Tommy how much he knows. But like I said, that's why I think it's the marriage of let's make us so bad it's good, but also let's get someone who wouldn't be in that world and who would make a bad film.
Which again is essential to not winking. And
exactly.
Again, perhaps I should zero in even more and say that our lead absolutely kills what he's supposed to be
There's still
for this movie to work in this environment.
The genuine nature that makes it so bad. It's good movie.
Kills it.
I'm still a person, all right?
This is the bad movie equivalent of an Oscar-worthy performance because it is painfully hilarious, goes down smooth, fun to watch. Even when the movie, like I said, towards the end, it kind of becomes just like a confident, like C-level Lifetime movie. So it wasn't as painful, but still, every delivery that he does is just right on the friggin' money.
Well, that's why I wonder if they're like, oh wait, we're losing the comedy. Let's put the shot of him stuck to the kitchen table. And then put a clapperboard with some PA in the background clapping it. Like that's obviously not a mistake.
It looks
like a boom mic is a mistake, but editing that shot into this,
that's weird.
It's got to be knowing wink.
All right, look, Matthew always says we should try to walk through the thing. And I'm down to do that. But I'm an utter moron. This is deteriorated. Mateo's a little under the weather and doesn't remember much. So Matthew, guide us through, and we'll try to do the whole thing for these wonderful people.
I take back what I said. We don't have to do that.
You have to do it now. There's too much gold in this.
Okay. So Toxic Obsession opens with Brian. No. With the actor playing Brian introducing...
Oh, I forgot about that.
He says that he is Brian.
My name is Brian Fernandez, and the show you're about to see is a true story. How do I know it? Because it happened to me. Brian Fernandez.
He introduces himself as Brian already in the first shot.
Okay.
He said, this is a real story, and I know that because it happened to me.
So he's
you know what it is?
He's already playing his character.
It's the Bernardo.
Yes.
Yeah, that's,
the Bernardo.
I kind of thought of that.
No joke.
Who am I? Name is Bernardo, and I'm a real filmmaker. No, I don't make films. I make films real.
He's at a bar. He goes and sits down in a theater with 2 glasses and gets a trough of popcorn.
Yes.
like a farm bucket.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. I thought she was handing him a bowl of white rice.
It's racist, man. So then he's watching.
And he's watching himself.
Yeah, maybe it's the idea of like
himself.
he's reflecting on his memories.
Probably.
But yeah, he's not saying, "Hey, I'm an actor and I'm also playing myself," and he's already playing the character when he.
And he's not even Brian Hernandez.
Yeah.
Fernandez or whatever.
Yeah.
He's Roop Kipyard.
My name is Brian Fernandez, and the show you're about to see is a true story. How do I know it? Because it happened to me. Brian Fernandez, and the show you're about to see is a true story. Because it happened to me. Brian Fernandez, and the show you're about to see is a true story. Because it happened to me. Brian Fernandez.
We now return to
MaJaMa. There's not a lot to say.
So we open on
Kaj Punani.
His there's an office party.
Yeah, there's this wonderful office party.
The office has had great success, and they went to the trouble of getting a banner printed that says "Business Success."
Listen, that's the type of thing that is 1,000% comedy gold.
See, it's giving me Danger 5 kind of vibes, which is also Australian too.
The only thing that was missing that I didn't see is if it had an exclamation point.
Yes, same. I think it was covered. So he's mingling with random co-workers, and this looks like a really low-level office. Not like he's supposed to be playing this like big player in business.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't understand. I mean, at least I didn't understand what his job is.
He makes pie graphs.
He makes pie graph, and apparently he's very good. But the only one that is on his board, that on the Facebook page there is a photo of, if you add the pie graph, you get 103%, or 104 is one is a 6.
I would give 103%.
Yes.
I give 110% of the team effort, 110%, 110%.
He gave 120%. Screw 110. He really did.
What's wrong with a little bit more?
True. I'm not sure if it's a 5 or a 6.
Excuse me, this pie graph adds up to 103. You said you wanted me to be more ambitious, boss.
True.
That's hysterical. The carrying the melons where the breast would be, the 103%, the business success, the cutting to him being asleep and the guys doing surveillance directly next to him. All of these things are amazing.
I know.
I'm sorry, continue. Business party. Don't smack your mic, idiot.
Business party, and he is clearly, he charms from a distance a red-haired woman. He blows her a kiss, she blows him back. He cashes the kiss, and then he teleports.
The montage. That's what had me cackling. Their love, falling in love montage. That's what had me cackling right off the bat.
He does seem very vampiric.
Yes, but he is the, if you put on Google, charming man, and then you press I feel lucky, you get maybe something like that.
Yeah. So we're introduced to his for love wife, girlfriend, girl named.
No, is it Nick?
Not
it's
Nikki.
not Nikki. No, it's not Nikki. Is
Jelly.
Whatever.
And they
have this wonderful love story where they go on a beach on a horse, and he is on a horse, and she is holding the horse.
It's also kind of like you open like this, her staring up at him like, wait, where is he standing?
Dude, think about the framing. She's looking up, then you see him, you're like, wait, what? And then you reveal the horse. I don't know, it just works.
Listen, I'm full in that this is intentional, and they know. I don't want to say it because it takes away the fun of it, but
it's.
But again, like I said, you
But I
can't
will
really
still- I
do
will
it
still-
intentionally. So if it did, it worked.
I will still believe that this guy wasn't in on it though.
Brian.
Monica, pleased to meet you.
The main actor
Yeah,
was
probably,
like,
yes.
"Hey, here's a
Okay,
serious film."
we should also say I did a quick Googling, and other than the IMDb page and like the first review saying like, oh, this is like Tommy Wiseau in the room, pretty much nothing about it, even though it does, like you said, have its own Facebook page.
What could you
Apparently
say?
they did a couple screenings at least.
And apparently this guy is in real life, like for Troll 2, he is a dentist.
Our lead?
Yes.
Wow, I could definitely see that.
He looks like a dentist.
Yeah.
He looks more like a dentist
Yeah.
than he looks like a sexy man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we get the montage of the first girl and then Nikki almost back to back, right?
Yes. And they're
again,
both
it's almost comical. how just-
Red-headed white women.
Yes.
The dead heat problem comes back to haunt us once again. All these
Also,
episodes later.
half his age, so you just think you can't discern them
Yeah.
one from the other. So we're almost like, wait, is that the okay? Who's that? And then we think they're gonna do another montage, which they kind of do again with him banging Nikki in motels.
Yes, but then the first Nikki, or the second Nikki, or whatever her name is, finds out photos of him. He organized the photo shoot with the other girlfriend with the tiger.
They took a ton of photos together.
Yes.
Like you're asking, he's like, dude, he's looking at the camera smiling, like you're asking to get caught at that point.
She starts up like a PowerPoint presentation, and when the photo came up with the tiger, I lost it. I just absolutely lost it at that moment.
That's something like Neil Breen does.
Yes.
And,
Okay.
yeah.
Why? They're like in a Sears photo shoot to bring in the tiger.
Excuse me, do you have a cuddly puppy? No, I'm sorry.
So we
have a
get
tiger.
those sandwiched together almost back to back, and like you said, with two younger redheads, it's very confusing. But we very quickly see
Imagine
that.
what it was like for him.
This is the new intern.
Oh wait, that's Nikki.
Brian. Hi. I just wanted to introduce you to our new intern, Nikki.
No, because
No, that's right. That's right. Right, Nikki's the intern. I think he's right.
It's not the woman that he meets in the bar at the bar.
That's
That's
Monica.
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 I remember
okay.
that.
Oh damn it!
This guy
The
runs
one
through-
not redhead.
This guy runs through girls.
Okay, so
Can't
I'm
keep
pretty
track.
sure
Well, because he has so much love to
Yeah.
give.
Nikki is the intern we meet with the finger.
I think it's her arm. And the dude,
And
who
the guy's just standing.
The dude who brings her in is like, "Hey, this is your new intern, Nikki," and she's just.
She instantly charmed.
As I was saying, this
crazy.
is Nikki. Please meet your new man.
And
And everyone calls him Brian. No one calls him Mr. Fernandez.
No, yeah, exactly. So
The security, his secretary, everyone.
Morning, Brian.
Brian.
It's up to you, Brian.
and they're so casual that when he's kissing passionately in the file cabinet, somebody arrives, grabs something, and
See
moves
that
away.
that too. That's got to be that's. Like,
I don't want it to be.
I don't want
it's
it
so
to be
good.
either, but-
Maybe this movie is an elaborate prank to him.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I don't. In all the
Maybe he funded it.
dude.
He did.
Evil
He
Dead.
did. He's a executive producer.
Okay, so in
So
all the
he has
years
the
of
money.
friendship,
A vanity project, but made by someone else, starring the.
He's starring in a vanity project. He commissioned the vanity project.
I've never shown you guys, but all the way back to Jersey, being in the
We've
the
seen it.
New Brunswick. You've seen Windy City Heat?
Oh no, we need to watch that, man.
So, have you seen Windy City Heat?
Oh, no, but it's the one that you told me.
Yeah, so in all our years of friendship, I've never been able to watch it with you guys. It's been years, so maybe I was sitting alone. I think it was one of those days I woke up, I had a headache, and I was like, let me watch something to distract it. And I was alone in the basement room in New Brunswick in tears, like, Matthew needs to see this. I think I brought it up to you guys, but with what you just said, Windy City Heat, I believe Jimmy Kimmel's the producer. They have the classic guy.
It's a huge candid camera
Yeah,
to a
so
guy.
he desperately wants to be an actor. I think his name is Perry.
Perry doesn't know his Hollywood dream.
I'll do anything to be an actor, anything to be a star.
A star more than an actor.
He's about to become the greatest prank of all time.
Guys, I think we found our Stone Fury. Someone like Bobby De Niro, baby. Am I moving around too much? Shut up.
You shut up.
What's your groin size? What are you guys doing in my trailer?
They set up an entire movie that's nothing but a prank, and then they do things like...
We talk about this in an
Do we?
previous episode, yes.
Okay, dude, I've wanted to show you guys this forever, and you literally describe what
Put
it
it on.
is. So
What are you doing now?
That's exactly what Windy City... What you said, that you're pranking the main actor, that's literally what Windy City Heat is.
I wouldn't say it's a prank. I think they're using it to their advantage to be like, hey, let's make a room.
Probably. Because the story is very cheap.
Yeah.
2 or 3 locations, and the rest is green screen.
Yeah.
Blurred sometimes. But that was
Sometimes-
probably for the reveal of
Yes.
Russia.
Oh, well, that's our first guy. We meet in the office who's been stealing money from the company. So Brian does the only noble thing and says, I'm going to pay you back the money you lost. I'm not gonna rat on you to the bosses, so you're not going to get arrested, but you need to get out of here. And then the dude is like, hey, I also know about what you took back years ago from the company, so don't get caught. And Brian's like, no, don't worry, they're not going to look that far back into the records. So he goes about his business, but the old...
Now, if you'll excuse me, this intern's going to gargle my clam chowder.
The dude goes on the run to Russia.
Yeah. But then eventually they get both fired.
Yeah.
And...
Because his boss...
Does he
finds out,
literally
I
say,
guess.
I'm ended up in Russia when the reveal happens of the green screen?
No.
Did I remember that correctly?
He says Russia.
No?
Leave town, get the fuck out of here. That's what I'm doing right now.
I'm sorry I had to do this.
I could have sworn he was like, I had to go to Russia, and that's when they pull back
It's like a
and show
cheap
the...
acid trip, just blurred in the background. And then you're like, oh wait, they blurred the footage to reveal that he was in Russia. This whole
What is the one where the guy is at the county fair with mall fancy shopping bags?
His friend, Mike, or something,
yeah.
who says, yes, I know a private eye.
I know a private investigator. I'll get him to be in touch with you. You just tell him all the details.
I really appreciate it, Mike.
So from here,
So, no, his friend Mike knows a private eye who supposedly can keep an eye on these ladies, and because they were talking earlier in the melon scenes, they were talking about the fact that he has to pay attention, to be careful, not to
Gotta stop banging these hoes.
Yes.
Did you ever think about, I don't know, maybe taking it easy for a while, huh?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Scratching his crotch an awful lot.
Then we find out that while he's out with the subsequent girls, or ladies rather, he gets photographed very discreetly by one of the previous red hair ladies.
And again, the cut to her 2 feet away with the classic scope camera.
Yes. Or with the binoculars later on.
Yeah.
And then they blew up his car.
Yes.
How did they blow it up, Mateo?
Oh, yes. They put a whole tank
How did they construct the little...
They pour a whole tank of gasoline on top and on the bottom of the car. And then with the model toy of the same car, they put 2 sparklers. They lit and they run it underneath the car. That blows up about 2 feet from him.
His
He
face
has
is
absolutely
fine.
No,
Doesn't even
he's got some black smudge.
Later on in the office, yes. And then there is a fire extinguisher standing there.
That she emptied on purpose.
Yes, and so why did he put it there?
To
add insult
Part
to
of the
injury,
prank's like a
probably.
jackass thing to Brandon DiCamillo.
Well, if you had it parked in your parking spot, this may not have happened.
It is too narrow.
We now return to
MaJaMa.
Shelley, sorry, I've got something to tell you.
Some trouble you ran into today?
Yeah, you can say that. My limo caught fire today. Went up with smoke.
The 3 ladies.
Wait, we haven't introduced Monica. He meets a
Oh,
lady
yes.
at a bar who said she's
had a rough day.
Yeah.
They start
A
flirting
lot of
again. And he's like,
decision-
whoa.
Decisions.
He takes her to the beach house.
Yes.
Wait.
He says, do you like beaches?
You like beaches?
He does.
Yeah. And then, and then when he contacts the private eye, the whole movie turns into black and white. It becomes a noir.
Ripping off Pleasantville with that blue house appearing
Yes.
in the background.
Hey,
Where are you going in such a hurry? No, that's not real friendly. Hey,
let's see if she looks like a picture.
She's real pretty.
Yeah, you want to be friendly, don't you?
Yeah, come on. Why don't you show us what's under that nice blue dress?
Yeah, come on.
Wait, but Monica is his daughter? His
Mon-
illegitimate
so-
daughter?
Why'd you get that? Where'd you get that from?
Because her mom died in a car.
They hooked up.
What?
Him and Monica.
That's
hooked
why I'm asking. How
yes,
is she her?
it looks like that at the end when he is in the hospital that his friend Mike or Mark gives him the certificate of death. How does he have it? I don't know. But there is one thing that about a... It looks like that he caused Monica's mom's death. Because they say there was an accident with a black Lamborghini that the police decided...
Which is weird that he also has a black Lamborghini.
Yeah, and also they say, oh, we can't find we can't find the suspect because black Lamborghinis are so common everywhere. Everybody has one.
But it's so
Look for the miniature one.
They say that Monica's mom got pregnant, and as soon as she got pregnant, Brian was like, "I'm out."
I was scared. What happened to your mother?
She died, Brian. She died after you left her.
He leaves her. She gets into the accident and dies. But
An accident probably caused by him, because there was some...
They had the tiger from the photo shoot in the back seat.
Then does that mean Monica's his daughter?
Probably.
No, they wouldn't. I mean, I feel like...
Well, he is so disgusting.
But there's a flashback to the beach house where she has a daughter, or the lady. There's two ladies. He looks like the same age, like it was a day ago.
But he didn't her in that one. Did Jack do? He didn't hook up with the. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You believe that he was banging his daughter in a?
I mean, he didn't know.
Yeah.
She knew, but she never says like.
I didn't know when we did it. But doesn't mean I'm not willing to do it again.
There's never like a reveal where he's like, "What?"
There is. It's.
Oh! Either way, this Monica lady, unbeknownst to him, has been out to get revenge for the longest time for reasons. I think he killed her mom or left her with her kid. Also, Brian's like a complete piece of garbage. And
he gets away with it.
Yeah, he's our lead, and he's just like, oh, yep.
Actually, he even breaks the fourth wall at the end. A very shot. He looks at the camera saying,
which was gold, by the way.
Yes.
But you don't understand his plight. He told you he has too much love to give. What's he supposed to do, man? You don't understand his
He's
plight.
got to let it out somewhere, in something.
It's like Thomas Hayden Church said to Giamatti at the end of Sideways when he was about to go off with the waitress.
There are some things that I have to do that you don't understand. And you understand literature, movies, wine, but you don't understand my plight.
That's the same thing with this guy, man. You don't know. He's just got to keep going. He can't live without the love of the women. It's not his fault.
Sorry.
Slave to desire. Braun!
Wow.
So Monica, who's wanted revenge for the longest time, gets in contact with the two other redhead skanks and says, "Hey, we're gonna get revenge on."
Hello, redhead skanks.
We're gonna get revenge.
Look, we have names. Okay?
Are you the first one or the second one?
Redhead skank one. Hold on, let me just mark you.
He first off thinks it's Nikki, who's blackman or
She's white.
She gets all her information from the bald head dude who runs off to Russia.
Yeah.
He gives all the information to these girls.
I got my info from the bald-headed dude that ran off to Russia.
For some reason.
And then
why does he turn on Brian? Brian, because he took more money from.
Probably.
Whatever.
And then he finds the photo of him dead in an urn by the house at the lake, and he comments, "Shit."
Yeah. And that's his remains in the urn too, I guess.
Probably.
They flew all the way back from Russia?
In the garbage can. They say, put the urn in that garbage can specifically.
So he thinks Nikki's blackmailing him.
Sure.
And she's like, "Hey, here's the coordinates. Come to the motel." And he's like, "Okay." And he gets to the hotel. And
we're going to bang again.
He pulls back the covers, and she's dead, wrapped up in plastic on the bed.
Well, no reason to let this go to waste.
So we see on his
Still
phone.
warm.
He sees on his phone. It's like a lot warmer. He sees on his phone that Nikki's calling him to tell him to come to the hotel. But then when he gets to the airport...
Hold on, imagine. Monica's walking in for the big reveal and wants to have a dramatic moment, and she just finds him plowing into her corpse. No. What's wrong with you? This was supposed to be my dramatic reveal.
It would have been even funnier if the maiden entered with the feather dust and finds him.
Thank you.
Violated the corpse.
The maid. He's a 1950s homosexual flight attendant. He walks in like, oh, goodness.
This dude has like 5 minutes of dialogue where he's like, sir, I need to clean your room.
Hello? Motel cleaning. Anyone in there? Come back later. I'm busy. Hey, who the... Come back later. Yeah, well, I'm afraid it's a bit more complicated than that, mister.
Like, no, come back, because that body's there. So Brian's trying to slip out the window the entire time, and the entire time from Brian trying to get out the window down the ladder to the car, the guy's knocking doors saying, oh, well, I'll just give it a minute.
We have regulations, and it just so happens I'm on a schedule, and I got to clear up.
In 30 seconds, I'm coming in. I gotta clean the room. We're on a tight schedule.
Counting.
I don't want to alarm you.
Oh, there's no dead women in there again.
I'm walking away.
Yeah. But I'm coming in 30 seconds. Okay, here I go. And he opens the door.
I can't breathe.
He's got a red ascot on like Fred Jones.
Yeah.
And starts using a red feather duster. Like what if you were like banging your wife or something? He's like, I'm on schedule. Also, I gotta clean room 601 now.
You know that there is somebody inside. You would say at least hello.
Yeah.
No, it's just like enter stuff to.
I'm never gonna stop laughing about it.
But the weirdest thing is when Nikki calls his phone when he's already in the room and she's already dead, and it says Nikki 2.
Yes.
That's why.
So that means he had another
This
Nikki.
summer from the makers of Nikki. It's Nikki's 2.
That means he must have had to save some number as Nikki 2 for it to come through.
Okay.
But it's Monica calling him.
Who is this?
Don't you know who it is, Brian? But I suppose over the phone my voice would sound a little different.
Monica.
Yes.
And then in the meantime, but before this, Redhead 1 has come back to his life, and she's like, hey, I forgive you for everything.
Yes.
He says, she's going on about something at work, and he's like, okay, can I speak? Can I get a word in? My Lamborghini was exploded today.
Yeah, he mentioned it later on.
I swear the whole class just lost it then. Sometimes I wonder if I'm teaching them or if they're teaching me.
And then at the end, she's like, oh.
Anything happened with you today? Well, now that you ask.
My Lobo caught fire today. Blew vitamin smoke.
What happened? Did you take it for one too many spins?
Nikki did it.
Why are there black marks on the side of your face?
He's like, oh, it's Nikki. She's the one that's doing all this. And his wife's like, oh, maybe she used the gun.
Maybe you should use your gun.
I'll consider it.
And he's like, yeah, maybe. And the gun is in a frame, and it says Brian Hernandez. Brian Fernandez. Like, you don't know whose gun it is?
It's on 2 little wooden nibs.
Yeah.
It's not even underneath a glass or something. Just like there for anybody to.
Dude. Listen, you guys have to understand, this is the greatest movie ever. It fell off a little bit in the end, but like, I think if you guys get a bunch of friends together, this is absolutely worth it. I'm crying all over again right now. This is gold. This is not like the other ones that we've been bored by.
Well, we haven't even come to the moment that where he finally gets a home. Well, besides being attacked in the office by a redheaded that she brings him again, she slaps him in a way that she clearly doesn't want to slap him.
Yeah.
Because he just like go, ah!
Why would you not want to?
And she throw him the photos of him with the other women.
Wait, who?
Nikki.
The Nikki who gets dragged away by security
Goth variant Nikki.
Oh, that was okay. Yeah,
with the cross.
Yeah.
Is the time where we find out that
It's
he
not
has,
even inverted.
I know, right?
Yeah, you find out where in the office he has a photo of himself on his desk.
Just by himself.
Looking at him.
It was cut off in the frame, so like, okay, maybe it's him with a girl.
No. Later on, you see
it's
that
just him.
and it's just
And
like
it's
him.
facing him.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't even talk about the samurai sword photo.
Oh,
we didn't even mention that. It's
Which-
2 places.
I mean, which would imply that we're about to hook up. Let me pick up my framed picture of me in a bathrobe with
I
the
think that
samurai
he
sword.
has two.
And
So big that he has two.
Maybe, yeah.
They never forget, mate. Believe me, they never forget.
We now return to
MaJaMa. What are you doing? I did what you asked me to, and you said.
I said, maybe I'll stay.
Shelly, please don't do this to me.
He's supposed to be this well-to-do businessman, but he looks like he lives in an apartment. He has a 3 nailed
Yes.
to the front of his door and staircase. When you first walk in, it looks like a small apartment.
Yeah. So he lives in a condo, but he has a Lambo.
Yeah, I mean that's where all the money
Not
went.
anymore.
Yeah, well, yeah, he used to.
All right, so he gets contact. He's like, hey, I got to go to this. Someone sent me coordinates. Nikki? No, someone who was behind all
Do
this.
you know how much I had to go through to take revenge on you? I had to spend hours online searching for a place that makes miniature replicas of exact cars.
So he drops Redhead 1 off at the train station, and then he goes.
Have a name.
He goes to the hotel to check in, and then that's when we go to black and white because there's an old 1950s detective.
Yes.
With one strand of hair perfectly hanging down the side like a Superman curl in a fedora.
When it
like an
turns,
asshole.
yeah. Why do you guys think the black and white choice? They're just like
Because it's old school throwback to
yeah, they wanted to go
detective
on
films.
But I mean, it's just happens.
Private investigator. I bet you he could tell us something about that Preston guy, huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically that
It
happens
when
in
the detective shows up.
in Poor Things to great effect, but it's just.
You liked it then?
Right, because then there is the reveal that he's not a detective, and so he flips to color. So you're saying, oh, they fooled me.
He's just a guy.
I'm working for Mandy. I'm not even a real PI.
It's almost as good as fooling police agents, because hey, I am Brian Hernandez, and the two cops say, you park your car far away from here.
Is that your car, way back there? The black Suzuki?
Yeah, that's my car.
Well, shouldn't it parked right outside instead?
And the license plate's from out of town. So what gives?
You're not you.
No, it does that. It cuts away, and it literally
Oh,
comes
also-
back
okay, but
to
also-
the guy still like.
Yes.
Yes. Also, look at the panic button.
Yeah.
Straight out of a Staples commercial.
The panic button.
There's a bright red button the size of my fist
Also,
on the wall that
panic
says
in the middle of the
panic.
column. Yes.
Staples. That was easy.
And it flashes once you hit it.
Yep.
To indicate that you've hit
I
it.
got this at Party City. They said it was the best model available. It makes fun noises when. So also the cop is wearing Jason
Yes.
Bad CGI Shark shorts.
With pulled up socks like a mailman.
Yes.
I mean, we don't know anything about Australia, so maybe
they walk
that's-
away and they say,
It's funny, it doesn't match the photo.
Let's check it when we get back to the station.
he's also 100 years younger, but never mind.
So it turns out that everyone's in cahoots against him. All four of these people.
Yes.
Yeah, they do a Saw-esque flashback where we get everything revealed to us, which is still very confusing.
Yes, and then they tape him to a table.
They
with,
literally use one piece of tape of black, not even duct tape, because it comes off so easily, like,
Yeah.
so like painter's tape,
Yep.
on his wrist, one on his wrist, one on his other wrist, and then on his legs.
Just lays there.
He just lays there, and the roll of tape is left by the side of his head.
Yes. Near the
Dude,
clapperboard.
Listen,
Yeah.
we need to get the writer and director on this show and interview them like the
They're
comedic
Australia.
geniuses they are.
But yes.
This movie is absolutely brilliant. If they intended this, then good sir, you got an A+.
And then Monica finally decides to
Oh, she poisons.
She poisons the
detective.
the
Or the
detective
fake-
because
the
of the
fake private
liability.
eye.
Everybody's a liability to her. And
Which is why she killed Nikki also.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Why'd you break that ceramic mug? It was a
but
liability.
But she's in. Oh yeah.
Shit, sorry, I didn't.
Hey, it's you.
Funny enough, I made that as a joke, but they do break a ceramic mug in the thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And don't worry, I'll get it. And then someone else comes up. And
Don't worry. I get it.
But I think he's saying I'm gonna pay for it because he's like, oh, don't worry, I'll get it. I'm come here all the time.
Yes.
So sorry about that.
No, it's all right. I'll get that. Don't worry about it.
You sure? It is my fault.
No. I come here a lot. No worries.
Like
as it makes it.
Like what diner would make you pay for a mug?
Yeah. And then she charges him with
but sorry, but Red one, and Redhead one, and her
The Rock movie
in a lesbian relationship now. She's a lesbian.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about that.
To get revenge against him, or maybe they've always been lesbians.
Probably.
Maybe he helped
I don't
facilitate
think
that transition.
It's like the Eminem line: "Every girl I've ever gone out with has gone les." That's the power that Brian Fernandez has.
That was a good bit.
The lesbian community thanks you. This is a very subtle chasing Amy.
Yes.
Okay, so then the redhead one is like, oh my God, are you gonna kill me? Am I a liability? And she pulls the gun on her. But then she throws a bottle at the wall next to her, and then she charges her and chokes her out.
Yeah.
And then Monica's like, hey, I want to enjoy this, and she gets a scalpel out of her toolbox, and she's gonna kill Brian Fernandez.
First, I will remove your manhood. And then I will rip you open.
And Brian Fernandez has a scalpel that she pulled out and is kind of on the table. Oh no, he had a scalpel on the table because she had pulled it out first.
Of course, they left it.
But then he just he doesn't use it to get out of the table. He just rips it off the table. Like. He could have gotten out this entire time.
Hold on a second.
And cuts her.
No, she cuts him on.
But he cuts her arm or something that she falls down.
The calf. She falls down. She gets up. She trips in the wire.
Oh yeah.
And she
it's out this way.
The
and
electric
somehow
turkey
ends up
carving knife.
This way.
She carves herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that's possible, but that seems like a hilarious
That's
snake
the least
gun
of our
type.
worries.
Like, how does that? Even if you trip, if you're like this, it's like, whoa!
Oh no!
Oh, good!
Oh, good!
And then we find him in the hospital. He has to stay there for 3 weeks before he can walk again.
Yeah, his friend is there.
Whatever.
He brings his death certificate and the information about the. But it's never clear. Who was Monica? Is she the daughter?
I hope it's not.
Does he
because
realize he banged his daughter?
I want to do a freeze frame on the piece of paper that
Maybe,
he pulls
yeah.
out because it's too quick.
So then
I brought you some pertinent information. He just opens it, it's big bold letters. You banged your daughter. What?
Congratulations.
So then his intern comes to visit him, who we've seen throughout the entire film. Somewhat friendly towards him. Jasmine! And he's like, hey, I'm going to start my own high graph business.
Maybe I'll go into freelancing, start small, my own company,
Still sounds like a little bit of work.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Because the pie graph business is very good. It's incredibly competitive.
Plus, he's using a protractor, so it's like, wait, are you doing any of this on the computer? Do you make one copy of these pie graphs and it's
Hold on.
done?
What is he doing in the protractor scene? He literally has it on top of a pie graph.
But then she goes up behind him and helps him make the circle, like it's a scene in Ghost, and they're making pottery together.
When he gets fired, he turns in his badge or his pass, and also that one is a pie graph.
Yes.
On the
Yes.
so.
But it looks like a business card. Oh, maybe it's like a
I don't know, but I mean,
card.
why would you?
Pie
do
graph
that?
guy.
Yes, that's the. But apparently, yes, there are a lot of protractors and a lot of scissors.
There's like 5 lined up on the desk.
He has 5 scissors on the desk at a certain point for whatever reason.
See, it's subtle things like that attention to detail, where I'm like, okay, someone thought the absurdity of this shot.
Yes, I guess
will
so.
Be funny. So anyway, Jasmine wants to bang him, shows her boobs.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'll work for your company. What are you doing again? Oh, God, okay. And then they...
It doesn't matter. Get knee pads.
And then they...
Will you be needing an assistant? Because I am very, very sure I can fit in nicely.
And then he gives us a wink to the camera.
It's gold. It's gold. It's absolutely 100%
because
gold.
then there's also, we go back to the theater where he was watching his movie.
Oh, yes!
Several times.
Claps.
Actually.
Yeah, but the very last shot is him.
There's even the scene where they say the titular line of, hey, this is becoming a toxic obsession.
Cuts to him.
And he goes, huh.
No wonder why she's pissed. It's like she's got some kind of toxic obsession.
It's the Leo meme.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
The pointing from Hollywood. That's literally the Leo meme.
No, he's not pointing.
I know, but still, they say the title, they cuts him being like, Listen, are we done?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's express these joyous...
Oh, wait, no, the only thing that I want to point out is that the protagonist is of the same school of my acting. He has 2 expressions with his eye open and closed, because he has absolutely no reaction whatsoever in any single scene. You can put him in front of whatever you want.
Says when he's mugging to the camera.
At the end, yes. But yeah, it's...
I'm surprised you didn't call me sooner, Brian. You know, if you ever need anything, you can always ask me. You know that. So...
It's McLean. He said he wants to see you in his office right away. In his words, fucking urgently.
Dude, I want this guy cast as the next James Bond. I want him in everything. This is gold. Listen,
my name is Bland, James Bland.
Guys, I'm doing 1 and 2. Only.
Say your man.
Oh, yes. We're going to express our feelings by throwing pieces of paper about this gorgeous piece of cinema. Now, I'm only doing 2 for the reason that towards the end, not that you tell from the discussion there's still stuff that's funny, but I don't know if I was tired or, like you said, the story just kind of took over a little more. It was almost a little bit competent. So it fell off at the end. If I had cackled the way I did in like the first 40 throughout, that's the only reason I'm adding 2. Otherwise, 2 for Jason, because I 100% recommend you guys to get some friends and watch this. This was hilarious. 2 very strong pieces of paper from Jason.
I'm going to go with 1.
Nice.
Just great, funny, stupid.
Amazing. Maybe I should take one back.
Great attention to detail for pulling off something like this.
Yes, I'm going with 1 because it's one of those movies that for some reason, even if it's a vanity project, is competently done.
And not his vanity project.
And not his, it is not
which makes
entirely
hilarious.
His vanity project.
Shit, maybe I should take one back.
Do it.
Did I take one back? Hold on. Special effects in the movies.
Wait, you gotta make the noise.
Oh yes, we will do.
Yeah,
I'll fix it in post.
I'm going to join my brothers because now that they've talked it out, it's even with. I might watch it again and still be cackling stuff at the end. So I'm taking it back. I'm doing 1 because my belly is killing me from laughter, and you guys know how many.
Your face is killing us.
You guys know how many times on this show we've watched funny so bad it's good because he loves to do it, and it is not this. It is boring. It is painful. And like I said, if we had done Michael Flatley's Blackbird, I know that was going to be way too well produced, way too much money.
That sounds way too much like a euphemism.
Yeah. Well,
one day we'll do it.
Yeah. But today,
not today.
Toxic Obsession, amazing. Exactly what the show's supposed to be. I think exactly what you want it to be. Highly recommended, guys. Thank you for coming back and joining us on this paper-filled couch. This is exactly the reason we do this. 1,000% recommend. Make sure you have friends, maybe some intoxicants, some pizza.
What if you don't have friends?
You know what? This one is actually, I don't know. Yeah. I might actually enjoy this solo. Yeah. I think I might, right?
We forgot one thing.
Oh, no.
Yes. the fastest car in the world.
How could we forget that? That's one of the most important things. You know what? Just show the clip. Just show the clip. I'm all that to say I'm glad I took back my one because gold.
MaJaMa.
Guys, from our couch to yours, come back each and every Thursday for more of this. We hope you laughed along with us. And when our bellies hurt from laughing at a bad movie, this has undeniably been a jam.
Oh, you went back to the...
Yeah, I'm trying to bring it back.
I didn't know it left.
MaJaMa.
Suivi?
Suivi.
Halt.
Carte.
I admire your luck, Mr.
Please don't do this to me.